Mark Christopher's Fitness Channel. We are back. Ronnie Coleman's last Ifbb Pro Show, 2007, Mr. Olympia. Finished fourth. He tried to come in a bit more streamlined here. He had the atrophy in the back, the nerve damage on the left side. He's 43, plus, I think 43, plus he'd be 44 years old. And Father Time took over here for Ronnie Coleman. I love Ronnie Coleman. He knew his time up. He knew he called time in his career, and he finished fourth here in his last Ifbb Pro Show at the Mr. Olympia. It's a shame he couldn't eclipse that number 9, Mr. Olympia. But for here, it was a standard, showing. It wasn't his greatest, but it was still respectable. Front double bicep, conditioning of the quads were always there. Just the thickness wasn't there. The lats, I know this isn't the greatest of showing, the greatest of angle, but his lats weren't the greatest. The bicep peak was there. The conditioning of the forearms and the triceps were okay, but it wasn't the crisp, unbelievable showing of Ronnie Coleman that we normally used to see. Got a next pose here. This is another front double bicep. Just the conditioning and the quads, it just wasn't there from this shot. You can just clearly see Ronnie Coleman, he tried his hardest here. The bicep peak and the tricep peak was crazy. The delts were okay. The lats were okay. Just the conditioning overall, it just wasn't that type of conditioning from the front that you normally see. And wow, Dennis Wolf in the 2007 I done a wrap up of that a few years back. Just the conditioning of his biceps, triceps, the delts, nice taper, midsection, nice and just in check. And the lats are crazy. The quads just conditioned. He had a crazy physique, man. For a specimen limit, that was crazy. Anyway, front lat spread. From here, this looks a bit awkward for Ronnie Coleman. The quad separation was okay. He had a few issues, with the posing because he had a few injuries. The biceps, triceps, delts were okay. The conditioning was there. Just the delts and the midsection, just the conditioning from the front. It just, I don't know, it just looked a bit awkward. I know he had that nerve damage in the back, so maybe that might have affected him, possibly nerve damage on the tricep. So I heard. I love Ronnie Coleman, but Dennis Wolf, just his streamline, his physique was. It's a shame he got injured too. It's another crab pose here. The conditioning of the quads was still there. Midsection just wasn't in check. Chest event was okay. So the biceps, triceps, and delts were okay. Even Dexter Jackson, conditioning the blade. It was a lot more conditioned than Ronnie Coleman. I love Ronnie Coleman, man. It's just here just wasn't the Ronnie Coleman, that unbelievable, that conditioning you just didn't see, It's just how it was, man, because of the nerve damage. This week gets really interesting here. Really interesting. Front double bicep. The conditioning of the Ronnie Coleman's quads were okay. They were good. Jay Cutler's conditioning of the quads were okay. Just the width of Jay Cutler's unbelievable. But then you go to the conditioning of the biceps and triceps. He had that peak. Jay Cutler was off here in the 2007 Olympia. He had Film of Water. He's lucky to win this because I had Victor Martinez winning in the 2007 Olympia, but Ronnie Coleman, he just wasn't the same. Wow, just the width, just the. Yeah, I think Father Time eventually, unfortunately, took over for Ronnie Coleman, but let's go for a couple more poses here. Famous Most Muscular. Just the posing of Ronnie Coleman just wasn't that pop, that I've got this. It just looked very lethargic here, and it's just a shame. For his last show to finish fourth, he knew, bowed out. Ronnie Coleman is the greatest of all time. Probably is, guys. Probably is. The Famous Most Muscular. Just his quads were a little bit more downsized here. Conditioning was okay. Just didn't have that usual thickness, that wow, that overpower factor. But he tried to come in a bit more streamlined and a little bit more conditioned. But the conditioning from the injury it just wasn't there. But he had the vascularity. He tried to play that type of condition game, but it sort of hurt him because he's a lot more downsized, unfortunately. Let's go to another pose here, just the side chest pose. See, the side chest is not as conditioned, and the midsection. Biceps, triceps, delts are okay. Just the condition, the pop, even from the quads and the hamstrings. The thickness was okay, but it just wasn't that thickness that we normally see, the meaty effect of just wow, game over. Even this pose here, this is meant to be another side tricep pose. You can clearly see midsection not as conditioned. Sort of with the chest section is not as conditioned. Midsection is okay. Bicep, tricep, delts were a little bit more downsized. Quads were conditioned, but it just looked a bit awkward here. I love Ronnie Coleman here, but it's just such a shame the way he bowed out. He knew his time was up. Famous most muscular. Here, this pose looks very conditioned. I just wish that he showed his posing a bit more. I just think he was a bit more too downsized here in 2007 Olympia. Conditioning the biceps and triceps delts were okay, but a bit more downsized. Conditioning in the chest was okay. Midsection could have been a lot more tighter. Quads, they're conditioned, but they're not as just the thickness, wow, game over, Ronnie Coleman, the king, just wasn't there. But even here, this pose still respectable, guys. All right, famous. No, this is just another pose, and the conditioning of the quads were okay. Biceps triceps was okay. Midsection just the conditioning is just not there, guys. Even the chest from here, you can clearly see it. See, look at Dennis Wolf. Even the conditioning of the quads were better than Ronnie Coleman. Midsection in check for Dennis Coleman. Biceps, triceps, and delts. I love Dennis Wolf 2007 physique in the Mr. Olympia. It was just crazy. Just that beautiful physique he's got that width. It's a shame that he's not competing anymore. It's just a shame, guys. It really is. All right, let's go to another pose here. This is here we go. All right, sorry. This is the stance pose. Ronnie Coleman conditioning there is in the quads. It's there. The lats are okay. Midsection could have been a little more tighter. Bicep triceps, it's okay. Victor Martinez, look at his quads. Just his physique looks so complete, doesn't it? Nice tight midsection. Lats. Bicep triceps were okay. Delts were okay. Then you go to Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was okay. Quads were there. Could have been a lot more conditioned, Jay Cutler. But just the overall width, thickness got him over the line in the end. But wow. All right, this is just another rear lat spread. I couldn't really get any rear lat spreads of Ronnie Coleman. Now I'll just zoom in here. Sorry about this, guys. The quads, the hamstrings, the conditioning's there. The glutes, okay. Midsection just looks so awkward, this pose. Very hard to get photos, guys. Very hard from the rear lat spread of Ronnie Coleman in 2007 Olympia. It was just so hard to get it, man. So hard. All right, this is another stance pose. This is where it gets interesting, guys. I'm just going to zoom in here. This is where it gets really interesting. All right. Let's just pick a few physiques here. Just what's wrong with it. Ronnie Coleman, right? Conditioning in the hamstrings and glutes were there. It's just crazy. The width of the lats were there. However, you go to Jay Cutler, his width and a bit more complete in the back there. Conditioning could have been a bit more for Jay Cutler. I love Victor Martinez' physique here. It's just he's so close. His lats just hangs. Yeah, it just looks so proportioned. And his quads here from the hams and the glutes and just the quads, the thickness, you can see it. Then you go to Jay Cutler. He's got the water there, see, in the glutes, water in the glutes and the hamstrings. Clearly that hurt Jay Cutler here. He won it. Man. Victor Martinez, he was very unlucky here not to win it. The problem is Victor Martinez just didn't have that width, thickness like Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler from the back was crazy, but just the conditioning in the glutes there and the hamstrings, it's not there, guys. You can clearly see the film water. We'll go to another pose here. Right. This is where it gets interesting, guys. Ronnie Coleman, you can clearly see he's got that injury there. See on the left side there of the lat, it's just doesn't bulge as much as the right. That's his issue. That's where he lost in the 06 Mr. Olympia. The conditioning and the quads are there and the glutes, but you can clearly see the injury. It's affected him, especially there. You can clearly see it's a bit blurry, and back delts are okay, bicep thrusters are okay, but it's a big injury, guys, on the back. You have an injury in the lat, in the back development. It's just, it's crazy. All right, we go to Victor Martinez. The back delts were crazy, bicep thrusters were very clean, lats were just in check, midsection so tight. just the hamstrings and the glutes, just in the calves, the condition of Victor Martinez, unbelievable. All right, back done once from Jay Cutler. The delts, the biceps were okay. The back, just the thickness, the width, that's all got him over the line in the end. But the conditioning of the glutes not there. See, hamstrings are okay. Looked a bit of condition there when he actually flexed it. Oh man, Victor Martinez. I would have loved to have seen him win this Mr. Olympia. Couldn't get it done, guys. He could not get it done. Anyway, Ronnie Coleman, he tried his best, but that injury on the left lat, nerve damage, it hurt him. It really did hurt him. For his last Ifbb Pro show, to finish fourth, it was a respectable showing. It wasn't his greatest showing, but he did it. He knew Father Time was up. He called time in his career, and God bless Ronnie Coleman. I love Ronnie Coleman. He loves the sport, including the sea, trained hard. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Mark Chris of Fitness channel. I'm out.